The Rifleman. Starring Chuck Connors.
It's not that we have a short time to live, but that we waste a lot of it. Not that we have a short time to live, but that we waste a lot of it. But that we waste a lot of it.
As you just saw there, that has been my morning routine ever since the has hit. Since then, I've been doing this for about a week and a half. My university went to all online classes, which is 19 credits worth, which is kind of freaky, you know? 19 credits. I went from having my first online class this semester ever, which was dinosaurs, even though if I told anybody about that, but I had one online class, it was dinosaurs, and now I have 19 credits worth of online classes. So since then, since the picked up and hit everybody harder than US was expecting, I've been forced to move home, online classes like I have already said, and Joe Rogan is freaked out. So that's three things that really freaks me out. So let's get into it. We got a good one today, so stick around. YouTube, how's it going? Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back to my channel. I hope you're having a wonderful day. I hope you're taking the self-quarantine seriously. But no, for real though, this thing is, and yes, I did say this thing is super crazy and kind of super scary, you know? Not what has already happened, but the potential of what it could be, and not necessarily, I'm talking death toll, but what our future life is gonna look like because of this. For reference, after 9/11, there was new rules and regulations that were put in place to help prevent those sort of events ever happening again. Not saying this is just like 9/11, but this is pretty scary now, and I'm sure looking forward and going into the future, things are going to be very different about meetings and gatherings and concerts and things like that. Not even talking about financials here, it's getting pretty scary because at first everybody thought this virus is only affecting newborns with no immune system or old people that have deteriorating immune systems. But no, as of a couple days ago, I saw an article where a guy who was in his mid-30s, who was an athlete, had got infected and passed away from the And now talking about the financials, I mean, Monday was a red day, but Tuesday and Wednesday, and today's Thursday, by the way, Tuesday and Wednesday, and I guess today, I don't know, I didn't see how it closed, but all three were green days, and it bounced back. Like, I know on Tuesday, I think it bounced 7%, and at least my portfolio went up 7%. But to be honest with you, I don't expect this to be the end of the downfall. Actually, I had it forecasted probably 1 to 2 more weeks of some sort of downturn, which was cool because in Gen X Dividend Investor, when we were talking about it in his Discord, he had said, he had thrown up a picture, and I'll try to put it somewhere over here, of what this sort of bounce is like. But that kind of leads me into the point of the video, and the question of the video is, are you really ready to invest?
But that we waste a lot of it.
Now, for the last 10 to 11 years, we've had the longest bull run in stock market history. In the last recession, I was only in 5th or 6th grade, but even then I knew how severe that recession was. However, ever since then, ever since 2008, 2009, there has been people worried about the economy, and they've really never bought back into the stock market. These same people have been calling for a recession ever since, every single year, every single day. Matter of fact, any news or headlines that they could get their hands on that could somewhat portray a recession is near, they'd take that article, they'd screenshot it and send it into their Discord and say over and over again, "See, I told you the recession is near." It's funny. A wise man once told me, if you spend all day, every day, looking for reasons that the world is gonna end. One day you'll find a reason that the world is gonna end. But I mean, I could go outside every single day and say it's gonna rain. It may not happen, it may not rain on that first day, the second day, the third day, the fourth, fifth, sixth day, not even for a month. But that month and one day when it rains, I can go and say, see, I told you, it's gonna rain. And that's kind of the mindset that these people have, is that if I just say it enough, it might happen. I could definitely predict the next recession if I say every single day it's gonna be a recession. Them doing that makes them feel validated. I just kind of feel like that's how everyone who says something like that feels. I mean, if we take a step back and we look, you know, things were looking pretty good, and if it wasn't for the who knows how long this bull run would have gone for. And yes, I know there's other things involved, like the oil war that's going on, but I mean, honestly, this thing didn't start happening. You know, more and more news stations and other people have picked up the storylines of the you know, it's not like I think that we'll never have a recession ever again. Unlike some of my professors at school who claim that, you know what, the United States had figured it out, we're recession proof for here on out. And that's what they were kind of hinting towards every single class, you know, every lecture we had. They're like, well, we figured it out. And as you can see, that's just not the case. Well, mostly the amount of people that have come up to me and said on a daily basis and goes, oh, this is it. They're all day traders. They're all zoomed in on each candle, and when it goes down to 1-2% in a day. I'm talking about December-ish time. But if it went down 1 or 2% in a day, they freaked out. They thought this was the end of the world. It looked really big on their scale of things. But if you zoom out and you look at the bigger picture at the time, December, again, listen, it wasn't that big of a deal. But now that this has come out and swept the nation and the whole world, it's making them feel validated. But sort of to wrap up this whole part of the video, I just wanted to say, like I said earlier, I see about 1 to 2 more weeks of, you know, some kind of downturn. I know this is now Friday. I had to stop recording. Ran out of light, you know, this is beautiful being here in my sun room. Not my son's room, but the sun room where sun can go. The sun shines in here. It's very nice. It's a 3-season room for people that don't live in a 4-season environment. That means we can't be in here in the winter because it's very cold. But like I said, I see at least 1 to 2 more weeks of economic downturn at some capacity. I don't know how much further we're gonna go down. I don't know. I'm not gonna say anything that, you know, you can hold against me, because I'm not a financial advisor, and don't take any of this. I'm just some guy on YouTube that makes YouTube videos every once in a while. So, or I could be wrong. We could go all the way back up. Who knows? Again, I'm just saying. That's like my catchphrase. If you're one of the people that have called for a recession every single day since 2009, then I guess you can be happy being, hold on, let me 0.0002548% of the time. Then congrats, you did it. And yes, I did calculate that out exactly. Well, not exactly. That's rough, but like I looked up the day that the recession officially ended, and then counted all the days in between till now. Even though we're not officially in a recession yet, you get it. Also, if you're wondering what I'm filming on here, I just recently watched a Peter McKinnon video, and I don't have a tripod or anything, so I'm gonna show you what I did. And this is all thanks to Peter McKinnon. If you don't know who he is, he's a great YouTube. He has a great YouTube channel if you're into photography and videography and 4K video, which I, as you guys all know, I do not have. I don't have a tripod ever, so this works. Take a look. It's a lamp. Alright, stay tuned for the other part of the video.
Not that we have a short time to live, but that we waste a lot of it. But that we waste a lot of it.